Hi everybody, we are going to talk about VelociPastor. I was pretty excited about seeing this. How about you, Rogue? Was you excited about seeing this? I thought so. She couldn't even raise her head. It's a 2019 movie. It is on Amazon Prime and it is also on Tubi. If you don't know what Tubi is, I've talked about it before. It's a free app that I know for a fact you could get through Roku. I'm not 100% sure if you can get it through anything else. I think you could get it on like your tablet and stuff like that. But yeah, it is on Amazon Prime. Prime doesn't have commercials, but Tubi does. So if you don't have an Amazon Prime account, then you can watch it on Tubi. You do have to sit through some commercials, but it's a free app. So you're just going to have to deal with commercials. Amazon gives it 4 out of 5 stars. IMDb gives it 5.4 out of 10. The synopsis of this movie is after losing his parents, a priest travels to China where he inherits a mysterious ability that allows him to turn him into a dinosaur. At first horrified by this new power, a prostitute convinces him to use it to fight crime and ninjas. Because you gotta have ninjas if you have a shape-shifting dinosaur. It just has to be. And there's the beginnings, it's not like the exact beginning, but like one of the beginning scenes, they have these two people die, and I won't say like what characters or what not they are, but there's supposed to be an explosion. You hear the explosion, you hear the effects of the explosion, but you're supposed to imagine the visual effects. I thought that was pretty funny how they pulled that off. I guess they didn't want to do CGI or whatever, but they had that to make it kind of hilarious, I guess. It does kind of stand out and it's funny. And they have like typing on the screen, so it tells you, basically you're supposed to imagine the effects. At least they have a practical effect dinosaur. Now the head of it I thought was pretty good. Now I'm just talking about the head. The rest of the body is a little questionable. He's basically got a hunchback. Because, it's obviously a person in the suit. But the way they built him, it's like the person standing up and the head's like coming out of his chest. They probably did it on purpose to add to the comedic effect, to be quite honest. But it is probably one of the worst dinosaur costumes I've seen. Now, just because I'm saying that, don't just like, I don't want to see it. Obviously, if you're looking into seeing a movie called VelociPastor, you're not looking to see something that is big budget and just all out amazing. You're going to watch it because it's goofy and it's fun and it's silly and all that, which it is. It is very goofy. It's very silly. It was a little slower pace than what I like. But that's just me. I'm kind of almost ADD. I kind of think my son's ADHD, so I'm starting to wonder if I'm ADD. I haven't even had a few, what my husband calls squirrel moments in my videos. Like one of my last videos, I showed you my freakish fingers and whatnot. But I just, out of the blue, I noticed my thumb in the screen, and I'm like, oh, look at this. Okay, I'm having a squirrel moment. But yeah, this movie is fun, but like I said, it is a little slower pace. So, I don't know, I gave it a 5 out of 10, just because the pacing of it did seem a little slow. I did enjoy this movie, though. It is funny. I would like if they had a little bit more pacing. They did have a storyline going and stuff. I did like this movie better than, oh crap, what was that movie? I forget what it was called. Zombie with a Shotgun. I thought its pacing was a lot worse than VelociPastor. At least they have a little bit more. VelociPastor had a little bit more pacing to it. But that is just, like I said, it's my opinion. I have trouble paying attention if the movie slows down too much. But that's just, if you have issues with that, just know that it is a slower movie, but it is fun. So you'll keep watching. There is little funny tidbits in here and there, and then you gotta wait to the end to see the dinosaur. And yeah, it's a fun movie, and I was excited to see it. I did kind of put it off with all my medical issues, but I figured I'd watch it today because I'm kind of behind. But yeah, definitely check it out. Let's say I'm just giving it a 5 out of 10 because of the pacing mainly. It is a fun, silly movie. I thought it was going to have a little bit more of a pace to it. But like I said, that's more my personal preference just because I have trouble paying attention when movies kind of slow down to that effect. But it's not stupid slow. So don't get me wrong on that. It is not stupid slow. It does move along. It's just a little bit slower than I guess I expect it to be, being a fun, silly type movie like this. But yeah, definitely check it out and see for yourself. You might not have a problem with the pacing whatsoever. It's just the way my mind goes. But yeah, it's definitely fun. I just thought it was a little slower paced than I was expecting it to be. But it's a fun movie. I would definitely give it a 5-star, maybe even 6. I was kind of on the fence of giving it a 5 or 6, but I stuck with 5. But I don't know, between a 5 or 6 star. I did like this movie, and like I said, it was a little slower paced, but it's not as slow as some of the other movies I've seen. Like, I thought Zombie with a Shotgun was slower paced than this, but that's, like I said, it's my opinion. I did like this movie. So if you're looking for a low budget, fun movie that has ninjas and fighting and dinosaurs and crime fighting priest, check this movie out. It is fun. So just be prepared for it to be a little bit slower. I thought it was going to be kind of more actiony, more horror. And it does have action and does have like horror, gore scenes, stuff which are practical. It's just, I don't know, I guess I thought it was going to have a little bit more oomph to it, but it's a B movie. You can't really expect like that much. It's more my ADD talking than anything. But definitely check it out. VelociPastor. It is on Amazon Prime and it is on Tubi. So if you don't have Amazon Prime, check it out on Tubi. You just have to sit through some commercials. I think they're only a few seconds a piece, something like that. But yeah, definitely check it out. And like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And see you next time.